Google Forms is a free program as long as you have a Google membership, which is free. You can access Google Forms. And I just wanted to show you a quick tutorial on how Google Forms works. If you click on blank in Google Forms, it'll open up a new form. You can use your Google Forms as quizzes, and you can actually add value to the responses, so you can give an actual score, and you can also remove that so you could use them as, like I mentioned, evaluations and just basic Q&A. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go up to Untitled Form, and we're going to name our first form, and I'm just going to call it a nice day, because hopefully you're having one, and as long as you can learn something new, even if it's not nice outside, that's going to maybe give you a nice day. I hope so. And we're going to add learning together in the description. And I also want to show you, when you go up and click one time on the Untitled form in the top left-hand corner, it's automatically going to change it to whatever you typed in here. Now we're going to go down to our first question. In your questions, there's many different ways that you could set up, including short answer and paragraph, aside from multiple choice. And you could even go to the side tab and you could import past quizzes that you've already created. But let's just start here with a basic question. And why not start with, are you having a nice day? And right away it's going to come up with some suggestions, but I'm going to click on option 1 and I'm going to type in my own yes, and then I'm going to hit return, and it's automatically going to start to incorporate those suggestions in, but it's very easy to add your own in. So I'll say no, as it's already in there, maybe, okay, but let's add in something our own. Hell yeah, because that's what I want from all you adults out there, is a hell yeah. So let's put a hell yeah in there, and that's going to be our first set of multiple choice questions. And again, on the side tab, you could either go to your next question by just clicking on that plus. You could import your questions. You could change your title. You could change your look by adding images or videos. And then you can add a section in there for additional options, okay? And you could just go ahead and build your quizzes this way. You also have a tab up here at the top of the quiz that you create for responses. So once you send the quiz out, which will be by a link, you could have your audience do their test or their quiz or their Q&A or evaluation, and then as they submit them, you'll start to see that in the responses tab, okay? So we have none, obviously, because we haven't sent anything out yet. In the top right hand corner, okay, you have your send tab, which will take you to the next step as far as showing you the link and being able to import your email addresses or whatever you already have if you'd like to send it directly to folks' emails. You have your settings tab here, which is a super important tab, because that's going to make you take your quiz and your evaluation to the next level. Collect email addresses, I think, is probably the most important selection there, because you're going to want to collect email addresses for many different reasons as you build up your course, up your character, your social media. Obviously, email chain is still a great way to go when it comes to marketing. Response receipts, that's so once they turn in their quiz or their evaluation or their Q&A, they'll get a response back. And then, as you can see here, a couple different options there. Presentation you have to add to that, and then quizzes at the end. That's if you're really looking to add value to your quiz, as I mentioned earlier. So we would go to make this a quiz, and then you could add points values to your questions, okay? So now I'm going to go back down here to cancel. And there's just a couple of other tabs. You have your preview tab there. You could, again, change up your theme and add certain things there to make it look the way you'd like it to look. And then the last part here is your add-ons. One add-on I've already added into there is called Certify 'em, and that's because a recent production that I've been working on, they'd like to have their attendees receive a certificate when they complete it. So when you click on Certify 'em, it's going to bring you to the certificate tab. You can either use Certify 'em's options for certificates, or there's even an option to upload a PDF of a certificate that you might already have. And then there's other ways to pull up different things, and there's many of them as far as add-ons to, again, help make your quizzes, Q&A, evaluations, or whatever you can use Google Forms for the way you'd like to use them. And another great thing to mention is that Google Forms, again, can be incorporated into anything. Certify.em is not the only add-on that you could put into Google Forms. In fact, there's a lot of great ones. When you first open up the program, this add-on tab is not going to be here. The way to get there is to click on these three dots in the top right, which is going to be your More column. Scroll down to Add-ons and click on Add-ons. And it's going to take you to a page with a number of different add-ons. And you'll see here the ones that have the eye with the circle. Those can be used directly with Google Forms. So I highly recommend coming through here and checking some of these out. You can see Certify.em is just down here on the right-hand side, but there's quite a few of them. And if you're looking to add a lot of different kind of creative things into your Google Forms, this is a great place to start. And then once you add on or install one of these add-ons, then you're eventually going to see this pop up in the top corner. And when you click on that, it will show you the add-ons that you have installed.